Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a good Memorial Day weekend. So I'm about to head out and meet up with James, taking out the GT500. We're gonna go check out a car meet this morning. Check out that, see what that's all about. And then after that, I wanted to talk to you guys and discuss this thought process that I've had in my mind. If it's worth to keep my 2012 GT500 or to trade or sell it for a 13 or 14 GT500. And the reason why that's on my mind is because everything I've already done to the car with the blower swap and headers and exhaust and everything else, if it's actually worth it how my car sits now. So anyway, with that said, we're gonna go head out, meet up with James, and then go check out the show and then go from there. What's up?
Are you recording right now?
No, I never record. So we got a 1314 right here with the cowl hood. It's got the Recaro seats. Of course, the exhaust. I don't know. Another 1314 just pulled up. So this one looks relatively stock. It's clean though. He has the rocker stripes. It's not the over top stripes. This one's got the glass roof though. That's the only option that mine doesn't have. So factory horsepower, I assume. It's nice. So what do you guys think? Keep my 12 with everything I have on it now. 705 horse to the tire, about 800 crank, 662 factory crank. What you guys think?
Forge line.
Or I just say screw it and I sell it and I get a 2022. Not the carbon fiber track back, because I'm not going to be spending $100,000. We got another 2010 GT500. How you can tell it's a 2010, the factory blower is blocked on the 2010s.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me, cause she got a bad little waist. And we tearing down this place, off the liquor that we chase. Casamigos to the face, baby I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on the tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine. Got a fine little body and her mind's kinda naughty. They say say that once you taste it, you cannot replace it. She could get you high, all the dopamine inside triggers fast once she's naked. Her body's a creation. They say the devil made her for his entertainment, but even he couldn't learn how to contain it. Her high.
We saw this guy on the freeway on the way here. That, I'm not sure what year this one is, but this thing is nice. Yeah, spoiler though, look at that. Man, that's nice. This guy likes to party. This guy likes to go skydiving. He's got a parachute in the back. It's got some power. So if I went 13, 14, obviously, you know, you get the factory 5.8 versus the 5.4. You get the same size blower that I have on now. It's a 2.3. It does have a few extra options that the 1112s don't have, but the reason why I was wanting to talk about it is because if I'm going to do it, I should do it before I do more to mine. Okay, so here's something you don't ever see every day. Mitsubishi VR4 Spider. These have 4-wheel steering, and it's a hardtop convertible. This one's in good shape too. You just don't see these anymore. I don't know if this is the same guy, but that dude in blue did a video not too long ago of a guy here in the Dallas area that had a white VR4 Spider, and he had his window sticker. I wonder if this is him. Alright, so if I end up keeping mine and not going with a 13 or a 14, I am going to swap out the rear bumper. I'm going to get a 13, 14 rear bumpers, preferably black. I don't want to have to paint it, but if I have to, I will. I do want to do the 13, 14 bumper and the rear deck lid to just complete the whole 13, 14 look on the car. So if anybody has a 13, 14 rear bumper or knows where I can get one at a good price, just go ahead, drop a comment and let me know. I am looking at picking one up along with a 13, 14 deck lid also as well. So let me know. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. Okay, so I honestly like to put these types of videos together by asking questions and getting other people's perspectives, like the purpose of today's video by asking if I should keep my 11 or 12 or sell to get a 13 or a 14, because of with everything that I've done to the car, you know, it's has the power well above a factory or 13 or 14 GT500. So I do like to make stuff like this, and by asking questions and getting your guys' perspective and opinions honestly helps me out. So for anyone that is new to the channel and hasn't seen the car or know exactly what I've done to the car, so as you can see, it's got a VMP Gen 2R, it's got LTH long tube headers, X-pipe, and exhaust. It's got 56-pound ejectors. I'm running a 2.4 pulley. I've done the 13-14 headlight and taillight swap in their upper and lower grille. Upgraded to McLeod RX heat clutch, MGW shifter. It's on the iBox Sport lines. Has the boost pump and performance mods. That's well, that's basically everything that I have to it so far. So if I went and sold this to get a 13 or a 14, I'd want to get a stock one, and that's why I'm in this predicament that I'm in. If I go with a stock one, I'd want to do headers again and X-pipe and upgrade the blower again eventually. So that's another thing. Since I've done all this stuff, I've done the headers, which is not cheap, and the cost of installing them costs about just as much as the headers themselves, and it's a pain in the ass to install them. I don't want to have to go through all that again. Got the, oh yeah, it's got the heat exchanger too. It's got the Shelby American heat exchanger with the 11-inch fans on it too. So this is why I'm in this position. If how the car sits now with everything I've done. When I did buy the car, I did buy it completely stock. It didn't have anything on it. It had about 6,000 miles on it. 13, 14 taillights, as I said, the Borla exhaust. Now, if the car was still factory, or it was, I've done a few things to it, like with the exhaust and colder intake throttle body, stuff like that, possibly even a clutch and a shifter, I would, the decision to sell to get a 13 or a 14 would probably be a lot easier. The car right now is making 705 to the wheels, so that's at or above just around 800 crank horsepower. 1314 obviously puts down 662 crank, so it's significantly faster than a factory 13 or a 14. So I don't want to go through the whole process of the headers and the exhaust and blower swapping and all that other kind of stuff. And if I do a blower swap on a 13 or a 14, I don't want to swap it to something larger than the 2.3 that I have here. That it's a VMP Gen 2R. I want to do at least a Gen 3R, or ideally I want to go Kenny Bell, but I don't want to have to go through all that process again of everything that I've already done on this car to do over again, just for the sake of saying that you have a 13 or 14 GT500. I mean, look at it. I mean, honestly, I'm at the point and I'm leaning toward, to me, it's not worth selling what I have for a 13 or 14, a stock one. I don't want to go a modified one. I want to go completely stock. I mean, it looks like a 13 or a 14. It's got another thing I don't like about the 13 or 14s. I'm not a big fan of the long gears in those cars. I'm not sure exactly how I would feel about that, because it's quite an adjustment from the 373s I have in here. Now, I'm sure it would be fine after a while, but just small things like that I would it would take some adjustments, but I'm sure it would be okay. I just don't know if I like it. With 13 or 14s, you do get like a few more options. It does come with a launch control. You do get a lot more options with your gauge clusters and stuff like that, but interiors are basically 100% identical, besides small differences with the suede on the Recaros. Everything else is the same, besides obviously the gauges, launch control, and obviously a few other options. But that's how I stand right now. I just I'm leaning towards keeping what I have. At this point, how the car stands, I think the only thing I would maybe honestly consider replacing this car with is a 2020 on up GT500. Now, I know the price point on those are significantly higher than what is offered here with a 11 to 14 GT500. The cheapest 2020 I found here in the Dallas Fort Worth area was about $87,000, and that was a 2020 with just under 10,000 miles on it. That was the base model. It's not the carbon fiber track pack or anything like that. those are still well over $100,000, even used. So that's would probably be the only other option I would highly consider to possibly replace my 2012 with. But you do lose the 6-speed manual transmission. You don't have the, I guess you'd say, pleasure or joy and the fun factor of shifting, but I know the transmissions in those are freaking phenomenal. So I know it's a whole different car. It's a different platform altogether. And still, in my opinion, the S197 is the best body style, hands down. But even with that said, I honestly still don't think I could. Like I've said previously, I'm going to add to the channel. I'm going to add other cars for other purposes to build from the ground up, which I should have done with this car a long time ago, because a lot of the stuff that I've done with the car I did before I decided to pick up a camera and start a channel. But let me know what you guys would do in this type of a situation, or if you currently are in this type of a situation with a 11 and 12 and you thought about upgrading to a 13 or a 14. But as my car sits now, with everything I've done to the car and what I've spent, in my opinion, it's not an upgrade. That's just how I stand with everything that I have on this car. I don't want to have to start over from the ground up. In my opinion, how the car sits and how it stands, I mean, it's an awesome car. It's amazing car. It pulls like a raped ape. It's torquey as hell. It's fun to drive. To me, it's not an upgrade. You get the value and the collectability of having the 5.8 compared to a 5.4. They're about $10,000 to $15,000 more on average compared to the 11 and 12s. But with that said, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and close this out. It helps me out by talking about this kind of stuff and getting other people's opinions and perspectives, as I said. But if you guys are watching this and you're not subscribed, do me a favor, hit subscribe. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.